I am super excited to be at today's location. Guess where we are? Sweet home Chicago. Yep, that's correct. I'm a fib. Posing as a cheesehead. I haven't paddled the Chicago River in about 10 years. I took an architectural tour of the city from the river at Urban Kayaks, which is right on the river walk downtown. I planned on launching from there again today, but getting close enough to drop off my boat and then park, and it's a 10-minute walk. I drove around, I tried, it just wasn't happening. So I'm about, I don't know, maybe 2 miles or so upriver at the REI right across from Goose Island on the north branch of the river. Did you ever see that viral video of that massive big ass snapping turtle that went viral recently? Right here, Chicago River. I'm not sure if we'll see him today. I'm not sure if I want to see him today, but I can't wait to get on the water. And if it's nice enough when I get to Lake Michigan, I would love to go around Navy Pier, but I'm still a little bit intimidated by the Great Lakes, depending on weather and wind. It's really pretty calm today, so I'm hopeful that'll happen. So Urban Kayaks has 2 locations. They have one on the Riverwalk and I think one at Monroe Harbor, maybe, I don't really remember, but it's on the lakefront. It was a fantastic tour, and they will allow you to launch your own boat there for $10. So I was fully prepared to pay $10 to launch right downtown, and probably an astronomical amount of money to park while I was there. Park far away, mind you. But this REI has this free, I think it's part of the Chicago Park District, free boat launch, and I even found free street parking right across the street from REI. Like, free parking in Chicago? I know, right? I was surprised too. So let's get out there. I can't wait to get downtown on the river. I wonder why they call it Goose Island. Must be after the beer. I've got my perm smile on. I wonder if I locked my car. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Probably no crime in this city. So my launch was not nearly as far up the North Branch as I thought it was. I am headed east towards Lake Michigan right now.
Was a very unstable. After the Kayak disaster, the government would be more unstable. Right here to the right.
Someone told me recently that since I've done this tour 10 years ago, that the popularity of these tourist cruises on the Chicago River have increased so much that they wouldn't get on a kayak on the Chicago River. Well, let me tell you that the whole river is no wake zone, and seriously, I can go just as fast as these tourist boats. In fact, if I keep up with one, maybe we'll get some free history on the city of Chicago. They were just talking about the Eastman disaster. I know it happened. I don't know any of the details. Maybe if I tag along, we'll get a free tour guide. Urban Kayaks. That's where I rented. That's where I took a tour about 10 years ago, right in this location. I stopped to ask them if they knew what the conditions were like today on Lake Michigan. They don't allow their renters or their tours to go east of the Lakeshore Drive Bridge, so they weren't real familiar with what the lake conditions were today, which is understandable. Most of the people that rent are going to be newbies. Too close to the wall here. I could have just as easily not brought my boat and rented from there, but if you know how I feel about my current design Solstice, you'll know that that was not an option for me. Yes, I am racing that tour boat. I'm approaching the Lakeshore Bridge now, and I just have to test the waters a little bit. If it's unfavorable conditions, I'm not going to be stupid. I'm going to turn around and come right back, but I'm absolutely dying to paddle around Navy Pier. Fingers crossed. I'm under Lakeshore Drive. I'm east of Lakeshore Drive, certainly not out on the big water yet. And I can hardly contain my excitement. There's a little bit of wind, so I'm not going to be stupid if I can't paddle around Navy Pier. I'll come back another day, but it's so close. It's right there.
Just go to the bar. You gotta hold on to somebody. Just go try to grab one of these lines. Is this line open?
Sure is.
Oh yeah, that's open.
People do this in kayaks?
Oh yeah, kayaks. We had a paddle board once before.
Really? Alright, cool.
If you the last one, you just pull up at the end, alright?
Alright.
I don't know how bad the water is out there just yet.
It's choppy out there.
Is it?
Oh yeah, we were out there on our way here.
Well, I'm committed now.
Oh yeah. The lock will still be open. I didn't even know you could do it.
I didn't know you could either. So this is a first. I'm going through the locks on the Chicago River in a kayak. To be honest, I've never gone through any locks in a kayak anywhere. A little intimidated, to be honest. But this doesn't mean I'm going to hit the open water as much as I want to paddle around Navy Pier. Safety is my top priority. And if it's too choppy out there, I'm just going to turn right back around. The gates will be open. Oh my god. This is so awesome. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I don't have to go out on the open water. I can stay on this side of Navy Pier. I'm just so excited. It's stupid. I've wanted to do this for so long. Urban kayaking doesn't get much more urban than this. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do the Chicago River for a long time, but I just didn't know that I'd be able to go through the lock and get up this close and personal to Navy Pier. So this is awesome. Out here, but it's not that choppy. There's no white caps. I've had way worse and much smaller caps.
At Chicago Live at Navy Pier. For a full schedule of the day and enjoy Chicago Live.
get into the lock to get back onto the river. And I tried the open water for just a hot minute. You can see how that went. Nothing neat, and my boat can't handle. Just not really pleasant if you don't have a spray skirt on and you're getting that slammed with water. So that's definitely not for a novice, and it's really not even preferred for me. So definitely staying off the open water when it's a little bit windy like today. Boy, once you've done a lock once, it's like no big deal. I don't even feel a little bit unsafe doing this. Not even behind this big behemoth or one of those big tour boats. Right down. Have I ever mentioned how I use a paddle leash to tether my GoPro mount to my body? I took the camera out of the housing ago. Apparently I didn't slide it into the mount quite properly when I put it back on. Knocked it with my paddle right into Chicago River. It was attached to me, so it's all good. I'm back about a mile up on the north branch, and man, this seems like quiet suburbs compared to where I was a mile and a half ago. That was all kinds of awesome and everything I thought it was going to be. So glad I got back on the Chicago River again. Props to REI. I don't know if it's REI's launch or the Park District's launch, but thinking it was too good to be true to have free parking turned out to be a reality. I was kind of half expecting to see a ticket on my vehicle when I get back out here, but nope, it's real. Pinch me, I must be dreaming. It was awesome. It was everything I remember and more. I'm definitely going to come back and launch from here again. Hopefully next time I'll have time to go south a little bit. But time was limited today. I have an event I need to hightail it to the suburbs for. That's why I'm in town in the first place. But I'm glad you came with, and I hope you subscribe so you don't miss any of my next adventures. See you next time.